dear students, now lecture number 19. Same example is given in your book. Again, the galvanic cell. The galvanic cell is dry cell now. Dry cell available in the market in many shapes, small, big, like this one, and mostly they produce 1.5 volts. Just buy from the market and you have to put in your appliance, electrical appliance. So this is a dry cell. So different shapes are given in the book. Their diagram is also given in the dry cell. Dear students, in the dry cell, which is used as a flashlight, toys, and this is a small appliance, and there is a anode and cathode. So if you look the dry cell, outside you will find the paper outside, printed paper. Hard paper is going to be outside. This is used as an insulator. And if you open the paper, you will find a white zinc cup. This zinc acts as an anode. And if you see very well, on the top there is a small carbon, and there the plastic insulator is going to be in the color of the red or sometimes yellow, mostly red I think. So this is going to be a carbon inside. So anode is a zinc and cathodes graphite. Graphite is an anaerobic form of carbon. This is the carbon. So in the dry cell, zinc metal container acts as an anode and inert graphite. Inert means does not react. This graphite does not react. This is called inert graphite, acts as a cathode. If you are going to, the diagram is given in your book, or if you want break at home this cell, you will find black powder inside with a carbon black rod. There is a graphite which is acts as a cathode, and outside there is the container that's made up of zinc which acts as a anode. So anode and cathode in the center, and this rod, graphite rod like this one, there is a moist manganese dioxide, black. Manganese dioxide is a black color, powder black. So paste of manganese dioxide is going to be put here at the graphite cathode. So manganese dioxide paste container in the container, connect the mixture with a carbon charcoal also. And there is a electrolyte which helps to conduct electric current. So electrolytes, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride paste, means not very liquid water but paste, because when they give ions, then the conduction of electric current takes place. If there are no ions, low conduction, that's why we put some water. It should be in the some aqueous form. So ammonium chloride and zinc chloride are going to be inside the cell. They use as electrolyte to conduct electric current. So this is a construction. Whole container outside made up of zinc, and if the cell is going to be complete, then outside the cardboard, very hard material is going to be given for insulation. Inside there is a rod. This contains carbon, graphite, inert, which is made up of carbon, which allows to pass electric current, with a charcoal, and manganese dioxide going to be the charcoal is going to be put around the graphite carbon. And then you have to put the salts, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride salts. with the moiety because they should be in the ionic form, and they are going to be put inside a cell used as electrolyte, means electric current is going to be passed through the cell. So these are the chemicals. According to the examination point of view, it's not asked whole detail, give the detail for this cell. Sometimes they make the small questions. In dry cell, name the anode for 1 mark, name the cathode, name and formula of the electrolyte. Sometimes they ask only write down the half cell reaction in dry cell. Small questions may be asked. And long question, if you have to write a note, this will be the long question for you. So these are the chemicals which we use in the dry cell. Is an example of galvanic cell. This is spontaneous chemical reaction taking place. Now students, the chemical reactions involving here. What is the chemical reaction? You note this one: anode, cathode, electrolyte, and carbon is going to be inside the manganese dioxide and carbon charcoal paste. Now chemical reactions. At anode. At anode always oxidation. So I told you zinc acts as an anode, and by the loss of 2 electrons, zinc positive 2, so this is a loss of 2 electrons, so zinc changes into zinc ion tellurium gradually. When it works, there are many qualities of this cell. I'll explain them. I'll tell you. Zinc is going to be changed to zinc ion, so slowly and gradually zinc container is going to be dissolved. It's going to be changed. Then there is cathode. At cathode there is reduction. There is reduction at cathode. So you have ammonium chloride has no involvement. That's why only ammonium ion I have written. This is ammonium ion. Chloride has no effect, no change. That's why only ammonium. So there is manganese dioxide. This is the ammonium ions in the aqueous solution. There is manganese dioxide. We put the paste on the cathode carbon cell, and by the gaining of 2 electrons, this ammonium manganese dioxide changes into manganese trioxide. This manganese trioxide is going to be formed, and this ammonium changes into ammonia gas, and also water is going to be formed here. So nitrogen are 2, so I put minus nitrogen here 2, and the hydrogen there are 2 4s are 8, 6 2 is complete. Yes. So this is a chemical reaction happened during the dry cell. So this acts as a cathode, this acts as a anode. So chemical reaction taking place, and then let me explain this first. Now, how do electrons here? I told you that in oxygen, normal oxide is -2. -2 multiplied by 2, -4. So manganese is a positive 4 here. Positive 4. In manganese trioxide, oxygen is again -2. -2 multiplied by 3 is a -6. So manganese 2 here, it should be positive 3. So positive 3 multiplied by 2, positive 6, or negative cancel. So there is a 3 oxidation state on manganese on the product side. On reactant side, the manganese is positive 4. The difference is only 1 electron here. Difference is only 1 electron here. In this case, in ammonium, nitrogen is a negative 3 and hydrogen is a positive 1. In nitrogen is a negative 3 and hydrogen is positive 1, so no change. So manganese, only here manganese, 1 manganese positive 4 changes into positive 3. This is the gain of 1 electron reduction. But there are 2 manganese here. There are 2 manganese. So that's why reduction of 2 electrons. The change only this ammonium ion changes into ammonia gas. Ammonium ion changes into ammonia gas. So there is a reduction. So there are different qualities of the cell. When you go to market, many qualities are available for this cell. Cheap cells, they are not long lasting. Within month, 2 months, they are going to be destroyed. They are going to be, the chemicals come out, the zinc container is going to blast. It is going to be very, smell is coming inside. Outside, construction, outside the paper is going to be low cost, not good one. If you buy expensive one, maybe 1 year, it's not written on the cell, leak proof. There will be no leakage. Good material is used. No smell comes out. Sometimes you put these cell in the toys or some other appliances. So after some time they are leaked. You are applying for the toys. These electrodes are going to be destroyed because of leakage. So these cells are different qualities, small also big one, and different qualities are available in the market. So mostly 1.5 volts cell is this. 1.5 volts is going to be coming from the one cell for this one. So this is the dry cell, and I told you this is example of galvanic cell. And construction is given in your book. If you see your book, construction is given. Page number 172, dry cell. On the top I told you cell, there is a carbon outside and this material, plastic, maybe red, maybe yellow, maybe sometimes blue. So there is an insulator top. Then inside there is a carbon rod which is as a cathode, I told you. And paste, manganese dioxide paste with a carbon charcoal is going to be put on around this carbon graphite. Then inside ammonium chloride and zinc chloride used as electrolyte, and around it white cup container. This is made up of zinc which is used as a anode. Then is sealed, and outside the cardboard, good paper for decoration, plastic paper is going to be coated this one. You can see the diagram where we use in the torch, we use in the electrical appliances, we use in the toys. So this is the galvanic cell. So before I conclude this galvanic cell, I am telling you, these are the spontaneous cells. The chemical energy used to convert electrical energy, so electrical energy is produced, and they are many kinds. And in my first this lecture, when I started these cells, I told you there are 2 kinds of galvanic cells: chargeable and non-rechargeable. Rechargeable and non-rechargeable. So if you buy these cells, they are non-rechargeable. When you put inside the toy, when it is finished, then you have to buy another one. In wristwatch, small cells, there are many kinds. They are also galvanic cells, but the different names. Nickel cadmium cells, silver cells, there are many mercury cells, there are small, many cells they are also. So they are also rechargeable or non-rechargeable. So rechargeable cells are expensive, and non-rechargeable cells are somehow they are cheaper one. So it depends upon you can buy, and also you can, just like we have a cell phone. this battery is a rechargeable. So chemicals are going to be converted again. This is about the galvanic cell. Now in the next lecture I will explain the electrolytic cell and their uses in our daily life. In industry, what are uses of electrolytic cells? Inshallah, next lecture I will explain this.